What's going on, YouTube? Good evening. It's your boy Zulu Gullah. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'm back again with a very, very good perspective, a very in-depth perspective. I'm gonna have to continue to give commentary, even when others already gave commentary on something or a reaction to it. I'm gonna have to continue to give you my commentary. If I don't, you won't get the complete breakdown. And that's just how it is. Um, the way things are set up, you are in the matrix for real. And even when you have the few that are trying to become aware and they get so much of it, they get more than most, you still don't get the complete breakdown to send you off and running with the necessary tools where you will be prepared for that matter when the time comes, right? In some situations, it's just the environment and it is what it is, and you have to judge it and set yourself apart from it. Um, because people, for some reason, don't understand that when something overall isn't good, that they make it seem like you judge everybody, but it's not that you judge everybody. It's just that it's just too many. It's a majority. So trying to sift through the majority or engage the majority to find a few is exhausting, is risky, it's very costly, and we just need to stay clear. So, getting into the subject at hand, right? Uh, everything, every day, and everything is a party. Uh, the divorce party with the picture in the thumbnail. It only proves that the entire Western process for trying to find somebody is the complete opposite of what it's actually supposed to be. And key elements in that process is the inappropriate partying and celebration, going to the wrong places to do the wrong things and thinking that it's normal and that it's okay. You start out going out into the nightlife, seeking a party, uh, club, bar, pub, even concert. You go out into the night. You stay out to the wee hours of the morning, 2, 3, 5 in the morning. Some people do this stuff multiple times a week. The standard for it was work all week, and then, enjoy Friday and Saturday night, enjoy your weekend. Some people would make it in time to go to church on Sunday or rest on Sundays, either or. But it's gotten worse over time. You can't even tell Friday and Saturday from a Monday, Tuesday night. I remember when the weekend started Thursday night, toward the end of Thursday night, just because, you know, 12 at night means it's Friday. That's when the weekend started. Now it starts on Wednesday. Um, and people still do things on Monday and Tuesday nights. And Sunday is not even really considered a day of rest no more. It's It's in full swing too. So it's just gotten worse over time. And going through this, let me go through this. Like, you go out to find somebody, you go out to party, you go out at night to party to find somebody. Let's just say you get in a relationship. In your relationship, you're still wanting to go out from time to time. You need to have some me time or whatever, girls' night out, all this. Go out with the fellas, hang out with your friends and stuff like that. But you're going out at night, everybody's out at night, everybody's out late at night. Um, and trips are included in that. Trips are included in all this. Um, what's signature about the trips though is the girls' trips. For some reason, there's really no report on guy trips for some reason. There's really no report. There's really like no backlash from guys going on trips of negativity. But anyways, you in a relationship you do this. Then when you get married, you still do this. You know, and girls' night out is notorious throughout the whole process. Right now, it's to the point to where you celebrate divorce. So you celebrate ending a marriage, splitting up a family, and a lot of these divorces are involving women in their late 30s and on up, where it is very unlikely that you will be taken serious or find another worthwhile relationship, let alone another marriage, especially if you have kids. Uh, but this is the whole process. I want you guys to really think about this. You're not finding women coming straight out of like certain types of training, whether it be educational, community based, or even religious based. They're not coming out of certain kinds of training, and they're not matching people in general, both genders up in general, in places like this that have um, life skills training, home economics training, relationship and marriage preparation. You know, teaching how roles are supposed to be um, basically designated between each gender, specific to each gender. You're in, it used to be like families used to match each other up through marrying into one another. Businesses, rich people, well-to-do people, they done business agreements that involve marriage. Religious people, religious institutions help pair people up, right? All that was taken away for people to go out, start this demonic dating process, and then go out into the night. And the party aspect, the nightlife aspect is included in everything. People are going to look at you weird if you just like to go home and go to work. Like me, I like to go home and go to work. Occasionally, I'll go out there and get me some food. Uh, the gym is incorporated into it. Fishing, taking walks, walks in the morning, walks in the evening. When it came down to shaming me into being social or accusing me of to being antisocial because I didn't want to go to a party, I didn't want to go to a get together, I didn't want to be out late at night, I didn't want to be out drinking or around a lot of cigarette smoking, weed smoking, whatever else. A bunch of different people I didn't know. I may know a few here and there, but I want to be around a bunch of different personalities and energies, especially when people are letting loose, drinking, drugging, smoking, thinking processes are off. I did that stuff when I was young and I stopped. I'm like literally by the time I was 30, I was burnt out. And, I struggled in relationships up to now because the females would get upset with me because I didn't want to be around a bunch of people I didn't know, maybe only knew a few people drinking. Everything's at night. Everything's till 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. It's just not me. If it's not overnight or a girls trip, you know, you know, I I I just I just come to my senses. And I was like, man, what is the purpose of this? And I take care of myself. I don't want to do something to my body that could potentially, what I'm saying, have me at a health risk or even a death risk. No. So it was a struggle to even try to figure out back and forth and questioning myself, am I doing right or wrong? Because I don't want to be around a bunch of people I don't know. They're unpredictable. The ladies that you are with in a relationship with are claiming these are friends and stuff like that. And they also tell you business and talk to these people about, you know, your relationship and your household and stuff like that. So I had come to terms with, after a while, two relationships come and gone, understanding who I was and stuff like that. I realized I didn't do nothing wrong. I was doing the right thing. And I don't have to be out and about, all in the mix, embracing strangers and people and, you know, uh, trying to connect one association to the next, especially in that aspect. It had nothing to do with networking or business or nothing like that, nothing productive. I'm like, no. And I didn't think I was better than anybody. I just wasn't comfortable with that. It wasn't good for me in the past growing up when I was doing it, and I didn't like it. I stopped liking it. Wasn't for me, right? And when I done the math, when I made the measurement, I looked at in those situations when those relationships failed, the ones who would always try to include their stuff, and then I would look at myself and I would look at the work that I put in. Like I put in damn near all or the most of the work. And I was the most reliable, most productive. I was the biggest building block to the puzzle. And that's what tends to happen. Now you can have some we deal with the monkey branch. Concerning the red pill, we deal with the monkey branch. You can have some women that get lucky and monkey branch and get saved, but they don't really bring, like I said, they don't bring anything to the table. They don't put in the work. And they have those characteristics of that overly social. That's what I call it, being overly social, loose lipping, in the mix, partying, all that stuff, right? And but always bring that unstable, disruptive energy into something. So it has to be acted out. I've been in the house too long. I worked all week. Let me tell her something real quick. Okay. All right, we back. Had to deliver a quick message. What's my lighting is off too. Turn my lighting back on. There we go. All right, so I want you guys to really, I want you guys to really measure. I want y'all to really measure this whole entire Western culture process. Forget the panels. Uh, you can hit it right on the nail and just simplify it by just saying, look at the process. We explain the dating process. Now add the dating process to this nightlife and party aspect that's always popping up in every phase from meeting somebody to being in a relationship to marriage and now divorce. And I told y'all in the nightlife stream that I done, it is counterproductive. It is the polar opposite of what you're supposed to be doing to find somebody to be with. Now, who got it right? The passport bros got it right. We got it right, right? because we figured out the market. Now, I know how to break everything down in its different elements that add to the makeup of this market. That's why I was able to research the history of dating for y'all and showing y'all the dating process was an inappropriate way to go about trying to get to know somebody and find somebody to be a helpmate. I also told y'all about the nightlife and the partying. I told y'all about that. I've also told y'all how the friendship game is incorporated inappropriately and it's not the correct definition nor proper use of friendship. I told y'all that. And I'm sitting here telling y'all that also, you know, the environment overall is terrible. The whole process of practice is terrible. And we've been headed in this direction for a long time now. And nobody wants to call it out for what it is. Everything needs to stop, And I also told y'all I include the bad behavior of the men who help these women that are your enemies that are out there in the red pill perspective. You're supposed to have a perception about them. Other men are your enemies too. The women can't do things by themselves. We particularly talk about the men who knowingly share a woman or go after another man's woman in some shape, form, or fashion. We talk about those knowingly, the guys that knowingly do that. The guys that are clueless and don't know, it's not their fault, you know. But this whole process is crazy. Now, I'm glad that you see the image in the thumbnail. I'm glad that you see that. I'm glad to see it because it is all the proof that is compiling. It is more proof. It is all the proof that is compiling. It just keeps showing you over and over again to leave this whole process alone, leave these females alone, leave these females to the few dudes who are going to die messing with them. You have to leave these females alone. This whole process is crazy, and the only thing you can do is stand back and watch. You take your ass to work, you take your ass home, you take your ass to the gym. If you got kids, you spend time with your kids, take care of your kids. If you got real family and brethren, you know, when you're not putting your head down and working weeks, months at a time, and you get a break to go see your peoples, do so. But don't be going out trying to find a chick. Don't date. Don't be trying to take none of these chicks serious over here in the West. You know, um, if you don't come across just straight up beneficial, no problems, smooth dealing with a concubine, it's absolutely off the table. If it's not like that, it's off the table. You cannot go out and meet somebody. You cannot go out and meet a woman and try to date her and invest time, energy, and money into dating to get to know her. You definitely can't do all that into a relationship. It's not going to lead to nothing traditional, long term, life term, and positive. It's not. And it's not going to lead to that. There is going to be a problem. And that problem is going to add up to time, money, and energy. Even worse, health and welfare wasted. Period. That's what it's going to add up to. And I'm telling you guys, like every day that you turn on YouTube and TV, all they do is give you more evidence of why you need to just stay out the way and start going to work toward freedoms. That's it. Everything that I spoke of is basically making your path toward freedom, financial freedom, retirement, peace of mind, freedom of movement with the passport. You know, that is what this is about now. This ship has sunk and is going to continue to sink. And these dudes keep trying to convince you that there's something to talk about. It is nuts. When I'm telling you, man, I am numb. I be chilling. I be working hard. And I come straight up in this crib. Uh, I get my workouts on early in the morning before I go to work. And I come straight up in this crib after work. And it is females out there that know me. It is females out there that are in their feelings because they can't get nothing out of me unless I look. If I get to a point, I'm gonna tell y'all guys something. If I get to a point to where I'm just backed up, I got to release. You know, I do have females that I could possibly, itinerary. And I explained the itinerary. Itinerary is when you absolutely need a break. You need to relax and release. When you absolutely need it. You don't pay the cost to be the boss. You don't work your ass off for weeks, months at a time. It's not quite time to get on the plane and go out the country, you know, and you got that one or two females that they're waiting for you to call them because they know I got to get him some kind of way. And it's not going to happen either way, but you can spend some time with. And it's already understood, food, relaxation, a little short stay or getaway. That's it. Nothing else. That's just because we heterosexual and we men. And I go long periods and stretches. I have patience and endurance, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. That's it. I'm not going out here and pulling a woman to the side to say, "Hey, I want to get to know you," and I go through this whole dating process and this whole Western process. Man, you absolutely not. No, sir. So we celebrate divorces now, which they've been doing. They've been celebrating, winning in child support court. They've been celebrating winning in divorce court in general. They've been celebrating taking half. They've been celebrating cheating on you. No, they've been celebrating everything. They smile and snicker and slither from a split tongue in secret with their girlfriends when you're the most caring and loving and nicest and consistent and reliable as you can be toward them. They'll go right in a group and down talk you. They'll down talk you to their girls, co-workers, the other dude, that's the side dude or the friend zone guys, guys waiting to get a turn. You'll never get no respect and no peace. And this is where you're headed. If you deal with a Western woman, especially in America, and if you go through this Western process of trying to find a mate, what they call a partner, you will be eventually hearing about your divorce party. Yeah. And that party, look at that thumbnail. That party is dense. That party, it took some planning and some money to put the party in that thumbnail together. That's the start of how your half is going to be spent. Not to run a business, not to put money for your kids' future and, some type of special trust funds to solidify, and stabilize your kids' future. It's immediately a party, a thick party. You know, this party looked like it probably cost as much as the wedding. Man, and I told y'all this summer was gonna be interesting. Summer's about to come to an end, but it was so much stuff popping up back to back that you couldn't keep up. And I wasn't finna exhaust myself trying to report on everything. I told you I was gonna lay back and watch. and we've seen it all. It's been going down. So it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse before winter gets here. It's going to get worse. Something else is going to happen. We already seen what happened down in Houston. Um, at one point in time, I wanted to go to Texas too. What is it? What is it when you want to go somewhere and then the other people get there before you and they just mess it up? And it's like a lot of people left out of Atlanta and went to Houston. And I remember a lot of people coming out of Atlanta going to Charlotte. They messed up Charlotte. You know, I had to get up out of Charlotte. So I was like, man, hell no. So these people are turning everything into Sodom and Gomorrah in the black community, man. I told y'all separated myself from the black community. I have given up on the black community for the most part. You know, is there a black community out there somewhere that I could probably be okay with? Right now, I'm looking at the overall picture. Like I said, I'm grading the overall, the majority. The black community is just about everywhere in every city, town, and state is accepting the worst of the worst and played with the worst of the worst. Why is it our tradition, customs, and culture has incorporated beastly practices? I do not get it. I don't understand it. You can't tell the community nothing. You can't tell the BW nothing. And then when you start talking to dudes about brotherhood, and honor and stuff like that, they don't even want to hear that, you know. So, man, look, y'all must get the message and y'all must understand. Please keep watch and evaluate the environment and tread lightly and be careful. Please do so. It is. These women are actually enjoying celebrating a divorce. Crazy. This is the Western woman, man, Western modern woman. And this is the process. This is the end result of the process for you, me, and anybody else who participates. I'm not participating in it. This is your boy Zulu Gullah. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll tap in with y'all again soon. I just thought I'd just definitely hit this on the head, nail in the coffin, man. So y'all guys know for sure that this is the correct message based upon the thumbnail and what has been floating around on YouTube. This is the most accurate message you're gonna get. And y'all be safe. Y'all have a good rest of the night, and I'll talk to y'all soon.